hell no. I'm glad Tony Brothers didn't call the foul. Nobody want to see the game end on a call like that. Let the players decide the game, not Tony Brothers. And if JB is going to be complaining about anything, he need to be complaining about the lack of production that he's getting from his bigs, that he's not getting from his bigs when it comes to, Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. I don't want to hear that. You're at home. You at home. The worst case scenario, you went into overtime. You should have enough energy. You should have enough pride to finish that game. I'm glad they didn't call that because I didn't want to see that game end in that matter.
I mean, we all saw the play. I think it's pretty clear it was a foul. He has the ball in his possession. He's running forward. He gets tripped up. That's a foul. It's been a foul the whole rest of the game. It wasn't a foul at that time, but close game. I mean, nobody wants to make that call, I guess. Everybody just wants to, allow the game to sort itself out. So nobody wants to interfere with it whenever it should have been a foul.
We the Pistons. We know. We don't expect that. We know it was a foul, but we don't expect it. So that didn't linger into the overtime. You know what I mean? We were just trying to come out and execute plays. Like I said, we just didn't execute well enough down the stretch.
Did you feel that that kind of carried over into the overtime period because not only did you lose the 9 point lead, you didn't get that call that probably should have been called. It could have ended the game with a free throw, and now all of a sudden you're out there playing in overtime with that hanging in your head.
Yeah, no man, we the Pistons. We know, we don't expect that. We know it was a foul, but we don't expect it. So that didn't linger into the overtime. You know what I mean? We were just trying to come out and execute plays. Like I said, we just didn't execute well enough down the stretch.
With some minutes with you and Marcus Sasser on the floor together, you didn't really have a whole lot of burn, throughout the play.
From the refs on the non-call, did JB get one? Do you know what was explained on their side of you?
No, they didn't give a lot of explanations in general. Kind of just walked away, but that's okay. We can't blame the refs. We gotta, like I said, we can't put ourselves in those positions, but hopefully next time I'm able to have a more solid conversation.
Does it help that you've been in this situation 3 times already in the playoffs and facing elimination and losing those games?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna give up. They got 3 in a row, but you have to win one game at a time. So they still have to win one more. We have to win one more to stay alive first. So just fully worried about game 6, doing what we could do to win, and coming out with a W.
Man, real quick, won't be too long-winded. There we go. It's a lot of talk about the Pistons are crying about the referee calls and all that stuff, and it's an excuse. It is not an excuse. When somebody, when Cleveland cried about not getting foul calls, and and they got a bunch of foul calls, but that's just not really the premise of my problem with it. My real problem of it is it's the way the NBA is called. The NBA is called very trashy. A lot of these, it's really what the people in the office think people want to see. They say, well, people want to see high scoring games. Let's make the games high scoring. And check out Detroit Pistons top playlist. Let's call more fouls to disencourage defense. Nobody wants to see defensive battles. Let's manipulate. I won't even say manipulate the game. Let's artificially change the game, right? Where people get more points. Therefore, if the defender can push you, like James Harden did last night to Karis LeVert, and he can kick you because you're too close to him. You must give him space to allow him to shoot the ball, and you bet not contest it. Even if he hits you, it's a foul. It is to discourage defense. The NFL does it too. Back in the day, and this is how you know. This is how you know how trash sports is. It's because it's the same thing as a participation trophy award syndrome, right? And that's why these kids don't want to compete no more. It's the same thing. The offensive players can't score enough points because the defensive players are better than them. So let's change the rules. That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. So in the NFL back in the day, it wasn't no 5-yard chuck rule where the cornerback had to release you after 5 yards. No. You had to get your release and he can jam you up the field. You had to be a man to get your release. They handicap in sports. And they're back to the NBA. They want to discourage playing defense. And that's why you don't have defense in the NBA, because it's discouraged. It's frowned upon. See, the quote or the saying it's frowned upon means that it's illegal. It's really, we want to outlaw it or make it illegal, but we can't really do that technically. So it's frowned upon. There you have it. When something is illegal and they can make it illegal, it's illegal. The NBA frowns upon if it was up to them, they would allow these guys to allow them to shoot and score the basketball. Therefore, they can push you, they can kick you, they can bump you and do all that. And they'd rather have a three-point shooting contest to discourage defense, right? To discourage defense to have high points, because they think that's what the fans want, to see high point. Fans want to see organic, competitive basketball. At least when I was growing up, we wanted to see organic, competitive basketball. If it was 75-70, but it was a good close game, so be it. It was a competitive game. And that's the problem. But to the cause, you know, you hear Kendrick Perkins, you can't make that call at the end of the day. It's cool. It is what it is. All this shit is fake. From what you put in your body, what you put on your body, this shit is poison, to what you put in your brain. Stop watching. I don't watch this shit. I don't watch this shit. I try to watch it, but I just can't watch it, dog. I can't watch this basketball. It is horrible. I'd rather watch the highlights if anything. And I click through the fucking highlight. I can't even sit through that. At the end of the day, that was a foul call. And guess what? Ausar Thompson had two shots to make a free. He might have missed both, and we not sitting here, but right in front of the referee. This is why I say, dog, when Detroit win championships, it's more than every 15, 16, 17 championships that the Lakers and the Celtics have combined. 30-some. Our one championship is worth more than any of them. If Indiana win a championship, it's worth more than any of them. Minnesota win a championship, which they were expansion franchise later, it's worth more than them. If the Clippers win one, because at the end of the day, the NBA do everything they can to discourage small markets from winning a championship. They do everything they can to discourage small markets from winning a championship. I heard somebody in the comment section say, well, they really want the Knicks and the Pistons. They don't want the Pistons to have a chance to be there. They don't want them to be there. Did y'all notice that Nike rolled out the KPE shoe is coming out after them motherfuckers down 4-2? They down and about to be eliminated. I'm telling y'all, man, this shit is all fake. Most of these players ain't gonna really complain about it because they want to get they chili. I ain't mad at you. Get your motherfucking bread. But man, I ain't gonna watch and participate in this shit. It's total hogwash. This shit is fake. They want you to let you go down and score. I have no respect for Adam Silver. I didn't respect David Stern. He was a piece of shit too. You know, if you know, you know. The NBA don't deserve your dollars, man. You go to LA Fitness, Powerhouse, you see better pickup games in Rouge Park. They ain't got hoops in. Wherever they got hoops, you see better pickup games. But in general, it don't matter. When it's small market teams, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal unless it's Michael Jordan or it's LA or it's New York or it's Boston, racist ass Boston. That's just what it boiled down to. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
It's, you're going to have to choke the life out of this team, right? We're not going to go down without a fight. We're not going to go down without kicking, punching, crabbing, clawing. And that's just who we are. And we've been in this position before. And we were able to work our way through it. And I expect our guys to be ready mentally to go out and compete at a high level and, bring this thing back here.